I finally recovered another childhood appliance off the list. So let's have a look at what this little beauty is in front of me. And you're watching Florence Ballard A3060 on film.
This is
Florence Ballard A3060.
Doors will open on the right-hand side.
So, obviously what you're looking at is a spin dryer, and you'll see this is a Zanussi. So, I'm unveiling this from the appliance of science. This is a Zanussi Spin Dryer model SD2811/W, meaning white. Serial number is 8384491, product number 915091002. I don't know the exact date this was made, but it looks like it's from the 90s, or late 90s, early 2000s, I think this is. When I was 9 years old, my dad bought me a spin dryer, and this was what I received. He rescued it from an elderly woman, I think it was, and he brought it into the house, and it was wrapped in a bag. I didn't know what it was. I thought it was like a... But obviously, at that time I was known to be like touching all my presents and trying to work out what they were, so Dad said, like, you might as well open it. And when I first opened it, I just saw like that, just the top, and I thought, what is that? Like literally, that was all I saw when I opened it, and I thought, what's that? And then I looked and I thought, hang on a minute, I thought, I know what this is. And it was a spin dryer, and I was like, oh, okay, fair enough. So it's a gravity drain model, yeah. So I had it, and then it lasted until about, I think, 2007, I think? Yeah. 2007, where I think the spring in the brake arm broke, as well as it developing a crack on the front as well. So it ended up in the bin, and it was a shame because it was actually a very good spin dryer. Now, I have a collection of them, as you know. What do I have now? The Frigidaire is the one that's used a lot. So I've now got two that spin at 2,800 RPM. This one is a 2,800 RPM model, but it also has a decent sized drum. I've got many videos of... I'll have to find one from 2006 of me using one of these. I'll have to just dig it up and stick it in here. But it's exactly the same. But I remember the black base it has, and the rubber feet, and also the bit at the front for where the water comes out. It's very quiet though as well. Now Dorian, HooverLux, has got one of these as well. As you might have seen, I did film it in... I think it was the service video with Phil. It was some, oh no! It was the video of that portable top loader we did, and he had one in there. But I think his one needs a new starting capacitor, whereas this one is working fine. Now this was originally meant to have been during a pickup video, but the guy who had it said he'd deliver it to me for no extra charge. So I thought, okay, it means I lose out on picking it up, but it's easier for me. So he delivered it, and then that was it. It needs a clean up. It needs absolutely nothing, no work done to it. It's literally okay. So it just needs a clean up on the exterior, and then we need to just flush the machine with hot soapy water. And I'll do that by attaching a drain hose to the kitchen sink, and then we will put a bowl underneath and just collect all the water. That way then this thing is basically cleaned out. So I'm going to do that. Then after we've done all that, I've got some towels here that are going to be done in the Hotpoint 9530. Oh no, bad idea. Because it only spins at 1,000 RPM, or whatever speed the machine will reach on the towel. Sometimes we only hit about 950 because of the unbalanced loads or water locks. We'll then spin out through the spin dryer before being put into the Hoover dryer. Yes, so we'll see how that works. So I'll do a bit of surface cleaning. We'll do the flush of water. Now, this spin dryer cannot be operated with the lid open, only because the brake arm is at the rear. So there is no way to physically bypass that. So that's only an unfortunate bit, but you get to hear the machine. Have a look inside. I believe, is this a 3 kilo model? I can't remember what this is. 4.5 kilograms, the biggest drum that I've got then. So it's got a very smooth, I remember this having a very smooth lip here rather than a folded bit of metal like some spin dryers have. That fold is actually here. It's got a nice design. In fact, the design at the bottom really reminds me of the old Creeder drums, but it's got holes at the bottom. There's your weld there, and yes, you can tell. So the lid works by this bit here, goes into that hole you see there, and as you turn the brake lever, that stays down and it locks. You can't turn it more than that. I always like spin dryers that have an actual arm on them rather than just dropping the lid. I've always liked that idea. As a kid, I used to love doing that, turning that and doing that. Makes you feel like you're a DJ or something, or I don't know, like a, yeah, it's a nice feeling. So spin the thing around. It's got two handles here. It is quite lightweight, despite it being a big spin dryer, although Mum struggles to lift this one. There's your rank stick. I don't know if anyone knows how to date code that. The fact it's made in Germany, though, means it isn't actually made by Zanussi. I'm leading to think this is either that Thomas brand, or could it be Clatronic, maybe. I don't know who makes this. I've never seen another spin... I've seen Privileg spin dryer, but then Privileg are part of HooverLux. So Zanussi. So I really don't know who actually makes this. I'm not going to take the lid off it or anything, because I don't want to dismantle the dryer for something, you know, it doesn't need to be dismantled. Just going to give it a wipe, and then I'll give the bottom of it a wipe as well, and then we'll be good to go. Right, so just start by giving everything a little wipe down here. All I use is I just use washing up liquid and a bit of lukewarm water. It's probably going to be things we can't get out, because any other harsh chemicals might damage the paintwork. Usually it's just surface dirt and grime. Okay, you need to stop rattling inside. I'm using a microfiber cloth so it'll actually pull off any dirt. This lid has got little specks on it. I don't know what they are. Yeah, but I don't want to use anything that might... There we are. I've braided it. Get the brake arm as well. Mainly it's got scratches on it, but there are some that will come off. Actually, I'll bring that onto here just so I don't snap it by putting pressure on it to clean it. There we are. Get a new spot on here to clean with. I would use like the floor or so. I've used hand sanitizer, I've used that too. Now, I'll only be able to get little bits here. There'll be little nooks and crannies that I'll leave for the toothbrush to get. I do like the curved design. In fact, it's got this little bit here. They've kind of thought more with the safety on this one. This is what I always liked about these. I always felt very safe with these spin dryers. The only thing you've got to be careful of is when they get unbalanced. Sometimes they like to throw themselves about a bit. And it's the only thing with gravity drain spin dryers that... See there, it's obviously designed. There's a little hole there. I reckon that's if you get water there, it goes straight back into the tub. A bit of a neat design. That's it. So get some of those little nooks and crannies there. I don't know how much I can get. Very fragile lids to these as well. get behind the lid, maybe. Should we see if I can get in there with the cloth first? And even though, like, it's got a little bit of aging to it, but it's not even that yellowed either. Let's go around that outer ring. The only thing you do get with some appliances, though, is little nooks and crannies where any bit of dirt gets into. It has actually been well looked after. Almost round there. I was about to stop filming and I realised some of you guys like seeing the actual cleaning and you think it's very relaxing. So, wow. Got a good workout, right. Get the plug holder here. That can be a bit of a nightmare too. Blinkingly. There's some bits you can't actually get to. Right, well that's the main top bit. The only thing I've got to do is get that brush in the corner. See, why it's best to keep things like old toothbrushes, because you just never know when you need it. I'm not using like bleach or anything like this because I just don't know what that would actually do. That's the thing, what it might do to. If only there was a way to remove this lid. There. Hey! Little bits there and a little bit there as well. That's it. That's how I really then know it is clean. And what I'll do is go over it with a different towel. And you know, it's always nice when you clean something that comes into the collection. It's like nice. I'm meaning to get on to doing this for a while. and I kept putting it off. So we are looking for a dryer. At this point we are just going to consider trying to risk getting a heat pump up the stairs, because that's all that's turning up. There is a Beko one that turned up nearby, but guess what? This seller is not responding, as per usual. So I'm looking. There is a Beko condenser one nearby, but it hasn't got a see-through window to it. And I'm not thinking of like getting a door for it. I don't want to like start replacing it with parts it might not be able to take. What's bugging me? There's a little bit in the corner that I can't get to. Might be fine. Right. Now just the whole sides of the machine. I will use a different cloth for this. Good job we're doing a towel wash. That's all the rags get used for here. Right, so I'm going to get to the whole, just basically a once over of everything. As you see, there are little marks. About time I started filming more spin dryers again. What was it? King of spin dryers, I don't know. Something I wish I could have door in there to do this. Be fun if we did all that together, like a bit of soggy toast as well. Hooray! Oh yeah, get the power, using all that power. It came from near Wembley, so Zanussi, the appliance of science. That makes two Zanussis. Oh, it probably is from a similar age of the top loader. Look, put in its mouth, its beak. I don't know if it was the guy who was cleaning out his mum's place or something, and that's, I don't know how, I know one of my spin dryers came from there before, that kind of thing. There's a little bit more to come out of there, or are they scratches? Scratches. Go. Right, all I need to do is lie the machine down and just get underneath. I'll put a towel down for that, and then just to wipe the power cord, and then that's that. I always used to love lying spin dryers down and seeing what was underneath. There we go. So underneath you get the, oh dear, it's got a bit of dust there. It's got an induction motor. Hang on, let's have a look. So if you look in there, there's like a little fan. That's the induction motor. You know what? That's actually really good. So all you do is use the dry end of the cloth just to wipe all this off. No, it's just good. It's fluffy. There's no fluff in the actual. Ooh, there's a bit of a crack there. No, that's fine. That won't do anything. I'm just being careful to use any dampness around this because of all the electronics underneath. I'd like to try and get to that. All the feet work fine. Not that they ever need to be adjusted, moved about. toothbrush might work a bit better on that. Toothbrush might work a bit better on the feet. Yeah. Yeah, that sound. The lid's come open. There we go. That's it, look at that, it's coming out nicely. There's the towel I'm using to dry it with. That's it. Good way to go. So it's even cleaner now. The only thing is, there's a bit of dirt. I want to do a bit of fluff. I want to try and pull out that vent. I'm not going to pull the whole base off the machine for it because it's just unnecessary to have to take the thing apart. God, I need to use up all our cocktail sets. They've all been used for cleaning machines. I want to see if we can pull it out from the bottom. A little bit. Look at that, it's accumulated all around that. That's where the cable comes in. Okay. That's cleared it. Yeah. Right, bits of fluff. And that's pretty much the machine clean, apart from got to do the power cord. I'm not going to use that one, I've used up that. So many to choose from. So many towels to choose from what we can use. I'll go with my workshop rag. I'll use my tea towel. So what we do is gather the cord here. Got a bit of, I won't put washing on with soap, I'll just put some, ooh, what have I got? Got loads to choose from. Oh, hello. This is an empty bottle of Astonish. What's this polish I got here? A bit of multi-purpose cleaner. A bit of pledge, we'll do that. A bit of pledge on the towel. And what we do, just grab the cord and run it through. Run it back through, Now what we'll do is take this part of the towel that's dry, there we are, and that, my friends, is this spin dryer externally clean. We are now just ready to flush water through it. We'll see how it works. Before doing a load in it, I'm going to put some washing up liquid through the drain hose. The reason for this, because when the water comes through, actually I'll do it at this end as well. I'll put it through the end, because then what happens is, when this flushes the water through, it'll also flush that through. Plus also clean the hose too, not that I need it. Not that I need it for anything, but you know. Right, now, fortunately I can't run it while spinning, which is a shame. So that's going to just go in there, and then I'll turn that on. And then you'll see it'll come out the bottom. Turn the pressure up a bit. Flush into the outside. Sort of swirl it around. Like that. Pull it out the outside. Get everything flush on the lid. Right, now switch the water off. And I'll turn that on. There we are. Quiet, isn't it? It's probably the quietest spin dryer I've got. And then, doesn't let you lift it. Now flush a bit of pour water through it. Swirl it around. Turn it right up to get there we are. That's it. So the bucket overflows. There's an overflow. Oh, something to tell them about. Look at that. Right, that's that finished. And I'll just wipe around the outside. The machine is basically ready now for service. You gotta give that wipe there. It's all rinsed out and dried out. Tilt the machine forward and get any more remaining water out. I don't think this one really, no, doesn't seem to suffer that problem that the Frigidaire seems to suffer from, where you get water remaining in the outside. Right, she's ready. That's one done. There we go. I've got to carefully pull that out. There we have it. One childhood appliance, spin dryer, recovered, rescued, and cleaned up and ready for service. You'll now see this with a load of towels after the 9530. Right, the 9530 is finished. Very shaky final spin that was. Let's get the first load in. Now, unfortunately, I don't have a restrainer mat with this one. It's meant to have like a round one with this, with all like little edges on it, but I've never didn't receive it with this one. Anyway, so it's 4.5 kilogram load, so I should be able to stick that in. God, yeah, it is quite a big drum. That's the biggest drum of any spin dryer I've got. Probably 2 bath sheets maybe will fit in there. Perfect, right, so I want to make sure that's tucked in nicely around the edge. I do remember these things being a bit fiddly with unbalanced loads. I could fit something smaller like this across the top to act as like a mat. Sometimes people do that. Yeah, tuck that all down the side. That's it. won't rise up over the top. I'll look online for one. Right, ready? That's closed. Let's get this for Instagram too. So ready. Alright, first load of the Zanussi SD2811W Spin Dryer. Oh, I remember that. It used to vibrate. I remember that. Very clearly. I think the spin dryer on that one works on that. They were very loud these ones when I was spinning. I'm trying to use it. About 2 minutes I gave it a spin. All it really needs. It's the equivalent of 1600 RPM roughly, or probably even a little bit more than that. So about 1700 maybe. There is water coming out. It's completely stable though. There, I think. Wow. Oh, those are really dry. Wow. That is the driest I've had from a spin dryer. Oh well, the Hoover's got no excuse to take ages with that. Stick another load in, Hoover. Always start with the bigger items first, and then work your way. So another bath sheet. What else we got in there that's large? Anything other larger towels or different now? Just basically, I don't think I've got anything. All just hand-sized towels now. I think. Who's pinging me? On my own. This one might not need as much time in there, I don't think. With spin dryers, I like to try and get as much as you can in, but as much as you safely can get in. Yeah, I think that'll do for that one. Oh, much better balance, that one. I do remember it having a very slow ramp up. That's what the colour on the sheet caught as well. There's a lot of water coming out in that one. That's it, that's how quiet it is. That's so good, that is. Amazing. Some of that soap is going to be what we were washing the inside of that with. It'll all start coming out now. That's amazing. And as the load, as the load gets lighter, it gets quieter as well. Really, I don't think mine had that plug to it, the old one. Well, the water flow on that is slowing down enough to take you underneath, but lower your volume, guys, because you're going to get a lot of wind from this spin dryer. Oh wow, that's amazingly dry, that is. Alright, the rest I'll continue off camera. Wow, that's really gonna make a difference to that Hoover. Well, Hoover's still gonna be rubbish at drying. Alright guys, so that is the Zanussi SD2811W childhood spin dryer, finally recovered and added to the collection. Just literally got like one more spin dryer, I think, to recover. It's well, I will need a Creed Debonair one again, because I sold that one stupidly. I sold that like, I can't remember what I sold it. It's like 2021 or something. 2020 I think I sold that. It's a bit stupid of me to get rid of that. That was a good one. But I'd like to get that one again, but maybe the Creed Concord model or the auto pump version as well. There was an auto pump version I did have of that Creed, but it was the one with the button on the front that you press. I had the Underside version. Yeah. I'll do that and just see what happens with if I can get another one. And then that's completely the whole lineup of those. A Carousel one would be nice, and so would a Service Super Spin or a Miele spin dryer as well, with the spout coming off the side. Although there is a Colston Ariston Electronic 3000 spin dryer that I've seen. It's quite far from me where I saw it. I don't know, we'll have a look, guys. Right. Anyway, close that one off here. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and don't forget to keep it supreme and go with the flow.